The following is a production of Learfield Sports.
Final home game of the season for the Badgers coming up on Sunday afternoon as they take on Michigan State. The Badgers will be glad to be home. It took a while after Tuesday night's game at Maryland, a game that went Maryland's way, as you know, but then the Badgers had a bit of an adventure on the return flight, or should I say flights, back to Madison. We'll recap the week it was in air travel with Badgers head coach Bo Ryan. And we'll also touch on Senior Day, the final home game of the season for Bo's team. And we'll also talk with one of the younger players, Aaron Maish, one of the instrumental players on the Badgers scout team this season. All that and more coming up on this week's installment of the Badgers Sports Report.
Gosser near the left corner. Gosser back out to Sam high on the left. Back to Gosser, deep left wing. And Gosser will take a three. He'll hit it. Josh Gosser from downtown. Picked up the dribble. Leaves it for Kaminsky. Frank puts it on the floor. Takes it off the wing. Frank in the lane. Frank pivots. Lost his balance. Got to pass away to Decker. Spin move. Decker in the lane. Up left hand. Good. And here comes Wisconsin. Here's Koenig off the left wing. The foul line. Gets it to Gosser at the top. He'll feed Kaminsky. Fakes the three. Puts it on the deck. In the lane. Goes up. Got it. It counts and a foul. Oh, Frank Kaminsky with a man-sized and one. Feeds Decker right wing. Slashes off the wing. He's in the paint. Throws it out to Koenig. 13 to shoot. Koenig on the right side. Chukowski now Trimble chasing out to Decker. Open three. Straight on. Straight in. Sam Decker from downtown. Outside right is Koenig. Koenig for three and the tie game. Right of the circle. Koenig drills a triple. 47 all. 6.5 minutes to play.
Down the lane. Right hand. Slam dunk, Sam Decker. And that's the record. Frank Kaminsky, 43 points. Nigel, up he goes, and he throws it down.
Snaps off a three, left of the circle. Book it. High screen, Kaminsky, trade right, left lane line. To the rim, scoops it up and into the right hand.
Bo Ryan and the Wisconsin Badgers have punched their ticket to Texas. They're going to the Final Four.
The Badger Sports Report with Bo Ryan is brought to you by Charter Communications, by the Dairy Farm Families of Wisconsin, the Wisconsin Milk Marketing Board, by Zimbrick Buick GMC, by Adidas, and by UW Health, a cornerstone partner of Wisconsin athletics.
Most people don't know that UW Health and the University of Wisconsin are national leaders in the field of kidney transplant. They provide new life for those who will likely die without a transplant, and they assure a normal life for those who donate. I would know. I donated a kidney, and together we saved a life.
UW Health. Remarkable.
When you have the fastest internet speeds, you can find anything almost instantly, which is a powerful thing. Because sometimes it's not so much what you're looking for, but how fast you can find it that makes all the difference. Get the most advanced fiber network. Charter Spectrum. Where will it take you?
The pride that it takes to run a farm, how you maintain your land, how you maintain your farm, how you do all those things. It's obviously a huge component of our state. It's funny, whenever you're out in different areas of the country, everybody will say it's all cheese, milk, dairy. That's kind of what people associate Wisconsin with, and we take great pride in being the dairy state and being a big producer for the rest of our country for the products that we produce.
Introducing the starting lineup at Zimbrick GMC.
Whether you use your truck for work or play, GMC's full line of trucks, crossovers, and SUVs will handle it with style. Built with your comfort in mind and all the power you'll need to get the job done right.
No matter what the season, you'll always get a great deal at Zimbrick GMC. Zimbrick GMC is a proud partner of Wisconsin athletics. Visit Zimbrick GMC today.
Feeds Dukin, bounce pass to Decker off the right block. Lehman a single coverage. Decker in the lane. He'll fade and flip and hit. Koenig along the sideline. Trimble checking him. Keeps a pass into Kaminsky. Left block, turns up right hand, good around Tchaikovsky.
Final home game of the season, Sunday afternoon, 3 o'clock tip at the Kohl Center. The Badgers taking on Michigan State, and then it's back on the road to wrap up regular season play at Minnesota on Thursday night, and then on the road at Ohio State next Sunday afternoon. But well, first things first, and that first thing would be, it's good to be back. Some travel woes, as can happen in the course of a season. But all things considered, it seemed like your guys handled it all pretty well, knowing that there's a routine, but sometimes that routine has to change.
Yeah, and our guys did handle it well, and I thought, Kat and Mark, our director of basketball operations, program assistant, Patrick Herb getting on the phone, getting rooms once we got to Pittsburgh. I just think we need to pack the WD-40 ourselves next time. That's what started the whole thing. We couldn't get the door closed on the plane. So that was our first misstep, and it just proceeded to just magnify itself after that. But fortunately, we got back safe, and everybody seemed to be in good spirits when we had practice.
Well, I know a lot of people appreciate your love of the classic motion pictures as well. Whenever you can reel off a couple of lines from Airplane, those of us old enough to remember what a great movie that will always be.
All I kept wondering is when we were going to get Clarence. Clarence, I don't know if the pilot was Clarence or not, but it fit. And if the co-pilot was Victor, and looking for the vector. So, you can say that, but meanwhile, inside you're going, come on. We need to get our guys back. They missed a full day of class on Wednesday, so that was disappointing. And that's why we take the charter, so that we can get back and the guys don't miss any class the next day after a game. But it happens. I think the airline is that the company that had the charter is, we're not dealing with them anymore. So that's just the way it is.
Yeah. Echo your thoughts, though, on Kat and Mark, Kat Bosters, Mark Van de Wettering, and Patrick Herb. That was pretty good on the fly. Sometimes you have to ad lib, and they did. And they did it very, very well.
Yeah,
so
they did. Got the team off in their rooms first, and of course the head coach has to go with the team.
Of course.
That's all part of it. It's not like on a ship where the captain stays until. So we also took Otto, and because of the age factor.
Oh, absolutely. Seniority.
That first group, and we had to, of course, take our trainer and our strength coach.
Perfect sense.
And the head coach. So everybody else. Where did you end up staying? We're not doing any.
The back of the van was really good. It was good. It was no complaints. We're along for the ride. So no, it was all good. I'm just glad everybody got back and at least a little time to get the legs back and get ready for Michigan State. And it's senior day. The good news this year, we've been able to say this for quite a while now, is that it might be the last chapter of something, but there's still a lot out there to get. And all your players, Josh Gasser, Douye, they've all talked about that. But still, for these guys, one more game in front of the 17,000 plus who are there time and again, there's something that's pretty special about
especially that. Over the years, some of the nights and some of the days where it wasn't the easiest ride in for people to attend games, but they've been so loyal and so dedicated to these young men, and I know they appreciate it, and they look forward to showing their appreciation. But how about the fact that this is the last home game already? So
flies, doesn't it?
It sure does. So hopefully our guys will be able to send that message, and I know they have a lot of thank yous that they want to get in, and that's something that's turned out to be pretty nice here, the way we do it with the video board after the game, and that way the other team can get out and go about their business. So it's worked pretty well for us.
Simple elegance maybe would be one way of putting it. It's done. There's not a lot of big speeches, but everybody stays and they watch the video and they get a chance to share in it, and your entire team is out there with the seniors to enjoy it. So it's good. Now, if only Michigan State will cooperate, which I'm sure it will do everything not to. I know as we speak, they're coming off a tough one against Minnesota, but more often than not, one of their staples has been defense, rebounding, and they do that pretty well most of the time, don't they?
They do, and I think when we played Minnesota here and the game was over, we knew we had beaten a pretty good team, even though their record maybe doesn't show really how good they are, but they sure played that way against Michigan State. So, and we still have to play Minnesota one more time. So yeah, it's the Big Ten. It's towards the end of the season. Everybody's fighting for something.
Yeah, it's been a crazy Big Ten season, and a very good one, we might add, so far for the Wisconsin Badgers, and looking to close out the home portion of the schedule the right way. A 3 o'clock tip Central Time on Sunday afternoon, Wisconsin and Michigan State. Coach Ryan rejoins us in a few minutes with the Great Dane Great Question of the Week as we continue with the Badger Sports Report.
It's 2050. I'm one of 9 billion people on the planet. Like most, I live in a city. Our air and water are clean, and there's plenty of fresh food for everyone. My parents are getting old, but staying healthy. Good thing, because my kids will probably live to be 100. Can you imagine?
The University of Wisconsin-Madison, preparing minds to meet the challenges of the future before they become the challenges of today. Keep on, Wisconsin. Keep on.
Welcome back to the Badger Sports Report. The Spirit Squad is such a huge part of the Badger experience here at the Kohl Center. I'm joined by Alex and Jacob, 2 seniors, right?
I'm a sophomore.
You're just a sophomore. Tell everybody what you're studying, though.
Neurobiology.
I can't even pronounce that. We'll ask you the hard questions in a second, but Alex, what's it like to be on the Spirit Squad and be a part of the game day experience?
It's amazing. Being a 4th year, I've gotten to experience so many awesome things. Last year going to the Final Four, 2 Rose Bowls and everything, and coming out and helping the team, support them, and get them a victory is awesome.
All right, Jacob, we're going to talk about pi times 3,040. No, we're not going to talk about that. See, I got you already, didn't I?
Yeah, I got it. Okay, right.
What do you do to prepare yourself? I know you guys are here a couple hours before the game, but
we usually spend 3 days a week practicing, roughly 3 hours each practice, and then we have lifting on the mornings twice a week. So I mean, it's basically mostly every day of the week kind of thing. We have a couple days off usually, but it really, it just takes a lot of trust and a lot of practice.
Have you ever dropped one of your partners?
It has happened.
How does that feel?
Being dropped?
Yeah.
You get over it.
Not fast, but you get over it,
right?
right?
I was going to say, it's not the greatest feeling, but, you get over it and you keep going, even if the crowd makes a nice noise when you fall.
You talked about the Rose Bowl and so many great experiences. What's your favorite memory so far?
I'd have to say last year traveling for the NCAA tournament with the men's basketball team. Starting in Milwaukee, I'm from around there, so it was awesome being in like a home field advantage, and then getting to go to California and just prevailing through both of those games was awesome, and getting to go to Dallas was just amazing. Being in that arena was amazing. It was crazy.
For the Final Four, we actually visited a children's hospital there, and we spent a lot of time just kind of having fun with a lot of the kids that were in the hospital that weren't able to leave. So Spirit Squads from Wisconsin and Florida, Kentucky, and UConn were all there, and it was just a really great experience to kind of work with some kids who it really basically made their day with us, and then as well as Bucky was there, and everyone loved that. And
yeah, Bucky's a good guy to have around.
Exactly, Bucky's a great guy to have around.
Well, we found the dance team as well, another great part of the Kohl Center experience. We're with Tia, Caitlin, and Samantha. I nailed it. I'm so proud of myself. Ladies, you're part of being part of Badger basketball and game day. It's got to be a great time to entertain the crowds here at the Kohl Center.
It's so exciting. We have such great fans here, and our team's doing so well this year, so it's super exciting to cheer them on.
The fans are always great. The student section is always full. The adult section is always full, and the games are always exciting, and it's good to win. So.
Now, I'd like to think I could do all the dance moves like you guys, but I know I can't. It would look really awkward and silly. But how much do you guys prepare? I mean, it's not, you just don't walk out there and do all these great moves.
We have a bunch of songs and dance routines that go with the band. We start doing those over the summer in June and July, because we do them at football as well. And then we'll do different timeout routines almost every game that we prepare like 2 weeks in advance. So there's a lot to learn.
I believe it. You ever mix them up?
No, I think we're all pretty good about
learning that we need to, and we practice a lot, so I think we're always pretty prepared.
Yeah, come on, you forget once in a while.
Well, we have different like ripples in like the dances, so those can get confusing sometimes. But otherwise, we drill them a lot. And after football season, we do them so many times that we got them in our head.
I always get confused with ripples.
It's confusing.
Thank you so much for joining us. You guys rock. I'm Mike Jotz for the Badger Sports Report.
We'll be making a traditional octopus salad, drizzled with some olive oil and topped with a dash of salt and pepper.
It's funny how seeing a clearer picture can lead you to see the bigger one. Get the most HD channels and the fastest internet on the most advanced fiber network. Charter Spectrum. Where will it take you?
Some call it a miracle. Others call it science. But for those who've needed a kidney transplant like Kelly Krager, they simply call it a new lease on life. For nearly 5 decades, UW Health and the University of Wisconsin have been national leaders in the field of kidney transplant, providing a new life for recipients and assuring a normal life for living donors. Miracle? Science? Maybe it's a little bit of both. UW Health. Remarkable.
Introducing the starting lineup at Zimbrick GMC.
Whether you use your truck for work or play, GMC's full line of trucks, crossovers, and SUVs will handle it with style. Built with your comfort in mind and all the power you'll need to get the job done right.
No matter what the season, you'll always get a great deal at Zimbrick GMC. Zimbrick GMC is a proud partner of Wisconsin Athletics. Visit Zimbrick GMC today.
The Learfield Sports Directors Cup is the officially sanctioned annual award recognizing all-around excellence in men's and women's collegiate competition. NACDA and USA Today co-founded this esteemed honor in 1993, still widely recognized as the crowning achievement in college athletics.
Deering against Mute Abedius. Bounce pass to Brown. Left of the lane. 10-footer short. Aaron Maish, the rebound low on the left. Back up and in. Aaron Maish with his first Badger points.
Last year, you took a red shirt, so you kind of had a front row seat to a run to the Final Four. Were there any times you had to pinch yourself and remind you of what's going on around you?
I think last year was very special because, especially in the tournament, I didn't get to sit on the bench, but I get to sit next to my family in the stands. So I didn't necessarily have to pinch myself when my family was there, you know, to always remind me, hey, you know, enjoy what you're doing because it doesn't happen that often.
To pinch you for yourself?
Yes.
And you got to meet Aaron Rodgers, and you're from Green Bay. So what was that experience like?
Everything I expected and more. That's just, you're growing up in Green Bay, he's one of those guys you kind of idolize. I think the whole state idolizes him. And, you know, being able to meet him and hanging out with him, and, you know, people back home text me, oh, you got to meet Aaron Rodgers? I said, yeah. You know, and looking back, it was pretty cool, pretty special.
I'm sure you made a lot of high school friends jealous.
Oh, my gosh. High school friends, high school teachers, the whole city probably.
And I know Frank is a Bears fan, but come on, was he excited too?
He probably tried not to show emotion, typical Frank, but I'm sure deep down he was excited. Most of the guys, even Douye was a Bears fan, although he doesn't really like football, but that's a whole other story. But yeah, I think they were all excited to meet him. Even if you don't like him, you've got to respect him.
Now, your name is Aaron Maish, but everybody mispronounces it. Do you want to set the record straight and maybe tell us why everybody calls you Mish?
You know, that's one of those things that just no one knows why it happened, but that's just it still goes on, and honestly, it doesn't matter to me. You know, Maish, Mish, Aaron. I really only hear Aaron at home. It's kind of weird, so whatever you want's fine.
Now, the red shirt has been taken off, and you've gotten some minutes this year. You scored your first basket against Cal, right? What was that like to finally get that first bucket?
It was good, and it was long overdue. You know, you should have scored a couple times earlier in the season, but sometimes they go and sometimes they don't. It would have been nice to do the first one at home in front of family and friends, but you know, California's not a bad place to score either.
And you're still developing as a basketball player, but now that you have the opportunity to get out there and get minutes on the court, that's got to change the game day experience for you a little bit.
Oh yeah, you know, last year you could go in weight room and work out hard. And now this year it's more about making sure you're focused on the game and being ready at all times, because you never know what's going to happen. Trey goes down and Bronson has to step up. God forbid, but hopefully no one goes down. But you always have to be ready. You always have to be ready to go. Coach always preaches next, and if you're the next guy up, you've got to be ready.
Dickerson defends. Shot clock is at 10. Showalter almost lost the handle. Double team and a pass broken up. It gets to Mace. Low on the left. Goes up. Got it. Mace finishes.
How would you describe your role on this year's team?
I think it's, for the most part, the same as last year, which is always helping everybody else on the team get better, especially in practice. Scout team is very key to our success, I think. So, again, practice, just making the team better, pushing the guys to be better every day. And I think this year it's shown on the court.
On Scouts, what's been a favorite player from an opposing team that you've gotten to emulate?
I got to think about this one. A lot of players. I think for Purdue, they have two really, really, really big guys, and I was one of the really, really, really big guys. So it was kind of like, feel like, oh yeah, I'm bigger today. Nice.
You got to take up more space than normal.
Yep, got to be big, 7 feet,
What are some things that you're working on in practice to improve?
I think my shot, I don't know what happened, but I lost it earlier this year, and I'm trying to find it. So I think my shot is the thing that right now is probably the thing I'm keen on, trying to get my three-point shot better. Just practicing every day, get that form down to hopefully be a consistent shooter in the future.
And you guys have your team goals, but what are some maybe personal goals you have this year?
I think, again, it's just going to be keep working hard every day, and then the rest of it's going to take care of itself. If you go to practice with the same mindset that you're going to get better yourself, but also you're going to help the team get better, I think, if you do that every day, you can't help but get better yourself.
Introducing the starting lineup at Zimbrick GMC. No matter what the season, you'll always get a great deal at Zimbrick GMC. Get the Zimbrick GMC today and score big savings. Zimbrick GMC is a proud partner of Wisconsin Athletics. I'm part of the Zimbrick GMC team, and you should be too. Visit Zimbrick GMC today.
When you have the fastest internet speeds, you can find anything almost instantly, which is a powerful thing. Because sometimes it's not so much what you're looking for, but how fast you can find it that makes all the difference. Get the most advanced fiber network. Charter Spectrum. Where will it take you?
Most people don't know that UW Health and the University of Wisconsin are national leaders in the field of kidney transplant. They provide new life for those who will likely die without a transplant, and they assure a normal life for those who donate. I would know. I donated a kidney, and together, we saved a life.
UW Health. Remarkable.
Whether you're out there training for a big event or you're just trying to stay in shape, I have a bit of advice. It's important to remember that what happens after the workout is just as important as what happens during the workout. My advice? Be sure to refuel with low-fat chocolate milk. It has the perfect mixture of protein, carbs, and electrolytes to help you refuel, rehydrate, and build muscle. In Wisconsin, athletes win with low-fat chocolate milk. And you can too. To learn more, visit winwithchocolatemilk.com.
The Badger Sports Report with Bo Ryan is brought to you by Charter Communications, by the Dairy Farm Families of Wisconsin, the Wisconsin Milk Marketing Board, by Zimbrick Buick GMC, by Adidas, and by UW Health, a cornerstone partner of Wisconsin Athletics.
Time now for the Great Dane Great Question of the Week, and Dana from Delafield, and her question really is more about off the floor than on the floor, knowing about the schedules and how irregular it gets with college basketball. She's curious, how are things going in the classroom for your guys this year?
Dana, you make a great point when you talk about there is no schedule that basketball players can get on because of the days we play, the times we play. So, you know, some sports only play on the weekends, so they, needless to say, have Monday through Friday as a pretty regular routine. Not the basketball teams here at the university. So what they have to do is they got to work a little harder at staying organized, staying focused on what they have. They're going to miss some days during the week, and they have to get that work made up. And we had a great semester last semester, the highest since I've been here. And we're looking forward to having another great semester this year, this term also. So thanks for the question. Academics are obviously the reason they're here. And oh, by the way, they take a study break and then play basketball. That's the way I've always approached it for the team. And 90-some% of our guys have taken care of business to the nth degree.
Yeah.
And I'm awfully proud of them.
Yeah, absolutely. And not to mention all the work they do in the area and community outreach. Badgers Give Back. And this basketball team is extremely active through the years, and this year no exception in that category as well. So they're very good on the floor, and they've been very good off the floor as well. Dana, we thank you for your question. The Great Dane with a location up in Wausau, as well as 4 in the Madison area, east side of town, downtown, Fitchburg, as well as Hilldale. Just a couple of radio shows left at the Hilldale location, Monday night, 7 o'clock on this Monday and then the following Monday. So chances are dwindling to get out there to see Coach Ryan's radio show at the Great Dane Hilldale. Badgers at Michigan State Sunday afternoon, 3 o'clock tip at the Kohl Center, and then it's on the road Thursday at Minnesota, and then a few days later, Sunday afternoon at Ohio State. We'll talk to you next week. Thanks for watching.
Wisconsin cheese, making good food great.
The Learfield Sports Directors Cup is the officially sanctioned annual award recognizing all-around excellence in men's and women's collegiate competition. NACDA and USA Today co-founded this esteemed honor in 1993, still widely recognized as the crowning achievement in college athletics.
It's 2050. I'm one of 9 billion people on the planet. Like most, I live in the city. Our air and water are clean, and there's plenty of fresh food for everyone. My parents are getting old, but staying healthy. Good thing, because my kids will probably live to be 100. Can you imagine?
The University of Wisconsin-Madison, preparing minds to meet the challenges of the future before they become the challenges of today. Keep on, Wisconsin. Keep on.